President announced the lockdown, I knew that it was going to be a very big problem for very many people because, very many Ugandans go to work day to day to get some money or to get some income that helps them go throughout the next day. Now, I looked at people like boda men, and these people go to work day to day because they need an income that always comes in almost on a daily, and it's the same money that, makes them survive for the next day. So when they announced the lockdown, I was like, no way. This is going to be very difficult for very many people. And much as it was going to be difficult even for very many other people in the formal sector, people who have very good jobs and the rest, so it was also going to be difficult for them and also businessmen. But the people down here, I said, okay, it's going to be so bad. And indeed, it was as bad as, I just thought it would be. So as Sapphire Foundation, we decided to start giving food to these very vulnerable families, most vulnerable in fact. There was a story which was very compelling for me. Where there was a woman we were told about here in Katanga, just in Kampala here. The woman had spent 3 days without taking anything like food in her mouth. And she kept drinking water until that time when we had to rescue her. When she saw us coming with food, coming with drinks, coming with bread and all these other things, she broke down, started crying because she wouldn't believe what she was seeing. This was just like a lifeline for her, something that, she was looking at to survive. So as an organization, we embarked on this mission across the country because our target was about 240 families. So we said, okay, we'll be doing this for each family that we find most vulnerable. And we started to put out our people there to start looking for these families in the hills, rather in the mountain Rwenzoris, in the mountain Elgon, and many areas to make sure that at least people had something to eat for these 42 days that the president had put in the lockdown. Because, if we didn't do this, people did not have anything to do. They did not have what to eat. They did not have anything to drink. So this was like a lifeline. And by the way, there are also families which seemed well off. They looked like they are well off, maybe in a good house, but they did not have anything to eat. There was also a story of an old woman who had been shown on TV. She had 4 kids without eating. And also the kids had nothing to eat, and we jumped in and we made sure that at least we extend the help. I can tell these many countless stories and countless experiences that we got also with the people who were sleeping in the markets. You saw those pictures, and that is the reason why we said, they were like, no, we cannot see people sleeping on empty stomachs. We cannot see families dying, and yet we are here standing. So personally, I went out almost to friends, like in their inboxes, asking for help if they could. But the families still are so many, and even the families that we gave food, other families, they were too big for our little food. They finished their food, and they just need more food. So I'm still asking everyone who can, and everyone who can help the organization that way, to make sure that you help these people in any way that you can, because we need to be helping these people for them to survive. As an organization, we had kept on this because we had been supporting primary kids with their education, with their lunches, and also with the food stuff. But because now we are going into, rather the country has been in the lockdown, and the kids are no longer at school, we said, okay, we will use this time to help other people who need this help. People were desperate on how they would live on to tomorrow, to see how am I going to be going on to the next day, and how will I be surviving for the next week or for the next 1 month. The funny thing with this is, actually the sad thing with this is that he didn't know that this was a corporate worker, or he didn't know that this was a journalist or this one, because if your earning was a little bit down or a little low, you are a businessman and your business is closed all of a sudden, you are not allowed to move, you are not allowed to work, you are not allowed to go into any other place to find food for yourself. It was a very big problem. In fact, even farmers who had gardens, they wouldn't move to those gardens to get the food for themselves because the country was under total lockdown, in fact. So we decided to use what we could, and I think we did the best, and we want you to help us also to to keep doing the best for these people. So just know that is 60,000 Ugandan shillings can change a life, can help someone, and if you can give more than that, it will help very many more people. In fact, we are going to be even doing this even after lockdown to make sure that at least people survive even the days after lockdown, because there are very many more businesses which are broken. Now there are families, of course, which are not going to be having their businesses again or work again. Other people have been laid off work. So we need to support those people just the best way that we can. We appreciate you and we thank God for you. And all I can say is keep supporting us and help us. And if you want to help us, go on to www.sapphirefoundation.org and click on donate now. You can donate then and help people and also help us as an organization to be helping people. God bless you so much.